Let's see. And we're live. We are here with my Twitch returning guest. You've been on quite a few times now. It's been a while. What's up,
How
Ryan?
you doing, Alicia?
Mr. Ryan Seaman.
Mr. Ryan Seaman, this name, don't wear it out.
And we've got the Twitch early birds here already. We got Sikawasi, we got Carlos, we got Ko, we got Kinspan,
We're all hanging out.
Jelger.
So,
Oh, thank you for the resub, Jelger. Oh man, what a crazy year. I mean, I can't believe we're still doing this whole COVID
yeah,
thing.
yeah, it's almost over. I mean, actually, no, it's not. It's just now we're living in the world where we have to go get tested in order to do anything, which is the right thing to do, I think.
I think
But
so too. Yeah, like I see a lot of venues now requiring the vaccines
right,
or a negative COVID test, which I think is the right move. I mean,
totally.
at least it'll hopefully get us to be playing
Yeah,
some shows soon.
yeah. So I'm trapped in my house because at the end of this month, I'm supposed to be going to Reading and Leeds, the festival that happens every year. And we're also playing a couple shows over there as well when we're not doing those festivals. So we have 4 shows in England, and then I come back and we do some more. So
Hell yeah. That's so exciting. I mean, have you did play one other show so far during
yeah, we played in Utah, and it was actually kind of crazy because I haven't played in like a year and a half or so, just like everybody else. And I just remember that the that the whole outdoor festival it was just it felt really great to be back. We had to wear masks a little bit backstage, and I don't really think anybody in the crowd was really wearing one because we were all outside. But some states are more strict than others. But yeah, it kind of felt normal again to just be playing a show. And what just kind of bogged my mind was like, oh my god, like I'm about to go play a show again, and I was backstage, and like 3 minutes before we had to play, my heart just started racing, right? And I kind of had a mental freak out. And then once I got on stage, I freaked out a little bit more because then we were playing new songs that I had never played before live.
Oh
And
man.
it was like a couple thousand people, but it was really great, and overall, it just felt really good to do it. And
And it had been like about a year and a half since you'd played
yeah, I didn't
before.
get to play
So,
any shows in 2020. Period, at
oh
not
man.
one. So yeah, we got to play. The last show I got to play before that was in St. Louis. We were opening up for that band Angels and Airwaves, and their crowd did not like us.
They did what?
No, they did not like us at all. And then we were like, "Wow, that was a fun show to end the year on." And then who would have ever thought that this would all be happening afterwards? So I can't find the
Oh,
chat. I'm trying to see what people are saying, but for some reason I'm.
you can't see the chat. All right, it's up now. We got any Kriya, hello,
I
Broccoli
think I gotta like
Man,
refresh this or something.
Nathan. Kinsman said, "Oh, Ryan was the guy I saw at Pitfire that I mistook for somebody else." Oh
It's the
man.
hair.
D, what's up? California living, crab botherer. D, Will Damon. Hey, Will. We just went out the other night. Will, me, Kiki, Ryan, we all karaoke'd a little bit. That was the first time going out in a minute.
Mhm.
That was fun. Definitely the hair. Black Milk, what's up?
Okay, now we're back. We're chilling.
You got it up?
Yeah, I'm trying to make it so I could watch you and I could watch the chat at the same time and see what I look like because I'm feigning sometimes.
Oh
Okay.
man.
So
I know,
here
I
we go.
can't believe, I mean, we were talking about just before we went live how I can't believe it's been almost a year since your album came out, your
Yeah,
IDK Razzmatazz. I was like, that feels like yesterday. I mean, wow. This
yeah.
is
I mean,
gonna be,
yeah. So we recorded it at the top of 2020, and then as soon as we got done, that's when everything happened. That's when all the COVID stuff happened. And then last year, we were just playing a bunch of at-home performances. So I had to travel to Utah mostly. We were at this recording studio called June Audio, doing some tracks, and then it got broadcasted to whatever uh, you know radio stations wanted to put it on their live feed stream as well. So we got to do that, and then from there we ended up trying to think, what else did we do? Yeah, we had a #1 this year. We played Jimmy Kimmel and Ellen. We didn't actually get to go to the shows, but we got to play, you know, send in some like recorded footage.
Hell yeah.
That was about it. Yeah.
That's very exciting. I know, I'm stoked for you guys. I mean, you're honestly one of the best modern bands that I love listening to, and
thanks.
You guys are great. I can't wait for the world to allow us to play some shows again and see you guys live again. And
fingers crossed, you know.
Hell yeah.
Knock on wood. We don't know what any government's gonna do. So everything's just kind of a day at a time.
Oh shit. Happy Gnome says, I know you from the I Am Ghost days. That is a throwback. Oh, man.
That was the first band I was in that got signed. So, hi, everybody on chats. I'm kind of scrolling, reading, in real time.
Oh, well, very cool. You have been on my Twitch a few times. It's been a minute now, but... Yeah. Today we are going to be doing a video DJ stream with Ryan. So for those of you who don't know what a VJ stream is, basically Mr. Ryan is going to be playing some music videos from bands that he grew up listening to, or either, some modern artists that he likes, and basically just walking through some of the timeline of his life and what he chose to pick today. So hopefully you guys like what, he chose. Even if you take one artist away, that's kind of the goal. And yeah, so I guess we should get started, since you gave me quite a list here. I did. It's a great list.
Yeah, it's mostly bands I grew up on. As people may or may not know in my past, I was in, a bunch of punk bands and hardcore bands and just whatever, I'm kind of a anomaly. I basically always wanted to learn all styles of music. I don't think any drummer or musician should limit themselves to just knowing one lane, I guess you could say. So, but punk rock is definitely what I grew up in. So.
Hell yeah. So the first pick you chose was Green Day.
Green Day, that's where it all started.
Oh yeah.
It all started for me, yeah. It was really the Beatles, but I figured, everybody knows about the Beatles. Maybe some people don't know about Green Day. We're checking this out, but maybe they do. I don't know. But Green Day kind of started it all for me when I was in, the fourth and fifth grade. I just thought they were they're kind of like a modern day Beatles in my opinion. Just kind of punk rock edge. So.
Hell yeah. Yeah. So I'm starting it up here. It's Basket Case.
All right.
For those of you, I'll write it here in the chat for those who might not. I'm sure, hopefully, a lot of you have already heard this song, but if you haven't, then, definitely check it out. You've seen Green Day live, right?
Yeah, I've seen them a few times. First time I saw them was on the Nimrod tour, so that must have been, that must have been early 2000, maybe late 90s. It was like super late 90s. Where I saw them at the Salt Air, and they played this band called Generation. And it was a really great show, and then I would see Green Day a couple more times after that. So yeah, I've seen them 4 times.
And you snuck backstage? I remember you saying this story. Tell us about this.
Well, I can tell. Do we have time to tell that story? Or no?
Oh yeah, we've got a full 3 minutes here. Come on.
Oh, okay, perfect. So, at the time, I got invited out to a show. Actually, the singer of that band, D-Generation, I developed a friendship with him in New York, and he ran this bar called Bowery Electric, which is like maybe 150 people. He was asking me if I wanted to come out to the show to check out his band. It was just, he was a solo artist. His name's Jesse Allen. Really cool guy. So he had this show going on, and there was, it was packed, it was sold out, and I look to my left, and I see this guy wearing a beanie, and I'm like, oh my god, that's Billy Joe. That's Billy Joe Armstrong. And the whole time I was watching, I kind of got distracted, and I just kept kind of looking over every once in a while. And as soon as the show ended, I saw him go backstage, and there was no security guards around this place at all. But I also knew Jesse, so he invited me to the show because he was wanting me to play drums or something. This is 11 years ago now, maybe even 12 years ago. And so I ended up I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go for it, because you got to take a chance, in any sort of situation, you got to take a chance. So at this point in my life, I was in this band at the time called Bigger Lights. I was in New York visiting. And I just was like, you know what, might as well, why not? So I go backstage, I opened up the door, and as soon as I get back there, like Green Day's they're just chilling. They're looking at me like, what the hell is this guy doing back here? You know?
So you just walk in and they all turn their head and
they all turn around, they all looked at me and they're like, what the hell is this guy doing? And I'm like, you know, I'm in my like mid-20s at this point. I'm just like, oh my God, why am I even here? And then as soon as Jesse, the singer, Jesse Mallon, he's like, Ryan, good to see you. And I was like, so then I got to hang out with them for like a half hour after that. It was rad.
Dang.
They were all
awesome.
They were all like smoking weed in the back and having drinks, and we were just kind of chatting up.
Should you be telling people that?
I mean, I don't know. What do you do backstage? You just hang out. You know, maybe you have some drinks. You do whatever you want. I don't know. So, yeah. So I got to do that, and it was one of the most memorable nights of my life. And they were all super personable and cool.
And, that's good to hear.
Yeah, I've met Mike Dirt a couple times since then. His daughter was a fan of my old band that I was in, and then we exchanged pictures. I'm like, okay, we'll take a picture with your daughter if we could take a picture with you. And then I met him at you had an art show.
Yeah, that's the only time I met Mike Dirt. It was pretty rad because
that's rad.
Basically, I model for this artist, Brian Viveros, and you were nice. You came and supported.
Of course.
So it's just kind of weird because it's like I'm in a lot of paintings, so I'm hanging in Mike Dirt's house, like just like, you know, whatever. But so I was just like, hey, I'm the girl in the paintings that you buy, and you know, I also play bass, so that was pretty cool, but kind of random.
Yeah.
But hell yeah.
No, it was surreal, just that whole art show, just to see like all of the pictures of you just around the wall, like all sorts of crazy drawings, and everything, just things I didn't even know, you know, he could imagine. Because he just kind of draws you, right? Like he takes a picture of you and then he draws the picture, like because you're kind of modeling, right?
Yeah. We just dress up in different outfits and then do the poses, and then he uses it as reference and then does the painting.
I mean, the whole art show was amazing, but you know, getting to meet Mike was just a plus.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I remember that day I was wearing a shirt. It said Dog Party on it, and he was like, "Hey, I like your shirt." Because there's this band called Dog Party that we had done some shows with. idkhow did with Aquabats. So, yep.
Oh man.
Someone said, and then you had to leave the show to go meet and see Dragon Force.
Yep, that was the first night actually that I went to go see and meet the band for the very first time when I was still auditioning. It was terrifying. It was just a crazy night, but
that's awesome.
Really good. But hell yeah. So that was your first pick already. I mean, damn. We got Green Day. Up next, we've got Rancid, another classic band. I mean, definitely grew up listening to it in my household.
Oh, yeah.
Older bro and dad love Rancid.
Yeah, I gotta thank, you know, a part of me has to thank MTV, because that's how I found a lot of these bands. You know, I was like an only child, and of course, like my parents, anything your parents listen to is uncool, right? So of course they didn't listen to any of the stuff that I listened to. I just wanted to be different. So I didn't really listen to my parents' recommendations until later in life. But I would be watching TV and I was like, whoa, who are these rad dudes with like mohawks and, you know, leather jackets with studs, and they just all look, you know, they look punk as fuck. And so I was like, wow. And the video was really rad. Ruby Soho, love that song. Loved Time Bomb. And that also got me into more punk rock music.
Oh man. And now, I mean, yeah, you're kind of friends with Tim now. So does it come full circle, or?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, you know, I see Tim out every once in a while. It's not all the time. But if you hadn't seen Rancid and, you know, since the heyday, you know, when Out Come the Wolves came out, you probably wouldn't recognize him now. You know, he's got a big beard. He looks exactly the same though. So.
Jogger says that his 4-month-old loves Rancid. Wow, she's got great taste in music, you know? She's like, she goes way earlier than all of us in her Rancid fandom. That's cool.
Yeah, first time I saw Rancid, I think it was in 2000. So I saw them with MXPX and Big Bad Voodoo Daddy.
Oh wow!
I was in Salt Lake City. The radio station has this show called The Big Ass Show. So Brobex have done it, IDK have done it. So.
And you also filled in. I mean, I guess we'll get to that later because they're actually on your list. So never mind. But yeah, you grew up in a very, I mean, Salt Lake was a very punk community that you were a part of, like SLC punk.
I mean, that whole movie was like decades before anything that I participated in. But yeah, I started kind of going to shows in 98, 99, 2000. And just Utah just had a really welcoming scene, but it was also really small. So when I was growing up, it was almost kind of encouraged to not just play with one band, but play with a bunch of different bands.
And yeah, you all kind of.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, and my old drummer Chris, you grew up with, which is wild.
I did.
And in the same scene, you guys were both the badass drummers, like out there flyering the shows, and What is it, the UtahBands.com or whatever?
.com. That's how like a lot of us met. Actually, I met Chris because so there was this compilation that came out on this Utah label called ABCD Records, and it was called Punk vs. Ska Final Round. And I'm not going to tell you the name of that band, but I was on it, and Chris was on it as well. And so I really liked his old band. They were really great and had a good name. Just looked awesome, and so I was the exact opposite, but somehow I got on the compilation, so that's all that matters. So I met him there, and I met him because of that compilation. They were called ECO, and I remember meeting him at like this place called Area 51, and we were both seeing this band called Mustard Plug. They were like a ska punk band, and I turned to him, I was like, "Oh my God, you're the drummer ECO," and I just thought he was such a great drummer, and just like what he'd done on those recordings, and I'd see him live, and he just blew me away. And since then, he was somebody I kind of like looked up to in our scene growing up.
Awesome. Yeah, what's funny is because I go to visit Chris all the time because he's still currently in Utah. He's supposed to be my roommate at some point, but anyway, we go and visit him all the time and still do recordings. And it's funny. We actually last time we went to visit him, we went to Area 51.
Oh, no way!
Yeah, dude, it was so much fun.
That's crazy. Oh, man, I want to go back so bad.
Yeah.
Back in the day, it used to be this like 80s club upstairs when they weren't doing shows. But, oh, man.
Yeah, we just...
I miss it. It's like, I didn't know it was like still a thing, until some people told me about it. But, that's crazy. I got to go check it out whenever I can.
It was fun. We were just goofing off, dancing, and whatever, because I don't dance, but... It was fun to watch Chris do his thing.
Yeah, someone said, "Whoa!" I remember Mustard Plug. Yeah, they're still kicking, man. They're still doing shows. A lot of the bands are still doing shows. So.
And Ko was asking if you've ever played with Rancid. Have you played with Rancid before?
God, I'm trying to think. Actually, I don't know if it really counts, but
festivals.
Yeah, like God, it's just there's so many shows and it's a blur. But I want to say that like IDK did Riot Fest maybe the same day. If it wasn't the same day, maybe it was like the night before or something. I can't remember, honestly. But yeah. So I'm just gonna say no. I never.
Safe. Fair enough.
Yeah, and I found out too that Rancid is playing on the same day that my band's playing. We're playing a show in Salt Lake City. It's been announced, but we've been playing. We're gonna be playing the Kilby Court Block Party Festival. Kilby Court is kind of where I got my start as a musician, anyway. And yeah, it's kind of like full circle. So we're one of the main attractions. But then I'm debating on after I play, do I go watch Rancid down the street or do I stick around? I think there's only like one other band after us. But yeah.
Oh, so, hell yeah! Well, that'll be fun.
October 2nd in Salt Lake City for anybody that cares or is watching from there.
Salt Lake City, idkhow, October 2nd. Let's do this. But all right, let's get to your third pick now too. So another classic band, Smashing Pumpkins. Hopefully you've heard the song. This is Tonight, another classic. I mean, you can't go wrong with any of these.
It's really similar.
Yeah.
The first time I met Gerard, I was just like, holy crap, he looks exactly like this dude. Yeah.
I have not sadly met Gerard Way.
I got a Gerard story. So like in between one of my tours once, when I was in that band I Am Ghost, I was delivering. There's this magazine down in Orange County called 944. You know, and so in between tours, you know, musician got to work a job. So like this is like I don't know, 15 years ago now. But I remember like on my little magazine route, I had like a bunch of magazines. And I saw Gerard, and as soon as I saw him, I just stood there in my tracks, and I turned around and I walked back to my car.
You're like,
so funny. I don't know why.
Not today.
Yep.
Yeah.
I just looked up and I was like, ah. And then I met him like, you know, like backstage at a festival because a couple of my friends were playing in his like solo band that he had. You know, I met him in Australia, and then it was my fault. You know, this is a funny story too, but it's totally 100% my fault. But the last band I was in, we had a tour. We did this thing called Soundwave in Australia in like 2015, and so all the bands that were on like the same day had to like fly together. They all had to like travel.
Was that the one? Didn't Dragon Force play that too?
Yeah, that's the same year I met them originally. Yeah, that's where we met like Herman and like my old guitar player Jackie got to go do a solo with them, which was really cool. But yeah, so I just remember, you know, there was like this bus that like came to the hotel and like the lobby call was at like 5:15, but my tour manager told me 5:30. I was the last person on the bus, dead last. So I'm making like Gerard wait. I'm making like Aquabats late. You know, I'm making Hollywood Undead late.
You're that guy.
And I'm like, I'm so sorry. But I was on time. I was there at 5:30. I was like, boom. And then Kevin's like, no, it was 5:15. I'm like, why'd you die? Yeah. So I looked like a stupid idiot. But that's fine. And then when we got to the airport, it was really cool because when we all flew, we flew somewhere together down in Australia, but all the bands and crew, like we are all on the same flight. So it was like a rented plane.
Oh man,
so
that would have been such a fun plane ride.
It was the fastest getting on and off of a plane I had ever seen. You know, just like, okay, stand up, grab your bags, go.
They know the drill. They've done it too many times. Yeah. Who'd you sit next to on the plane? Like, did you sit next to your own crew and band?
Nope, they spread everybody out.
How fun! That'd be awesome.
Yeah, so like I sat next to one of the guys that is a crew guy for that band Fear Factory. So I sat, and I still know him to this day. His name is Wedge, and so I'll see him out every once in a while, you know. But that's what brought us together, just a plane ride, you know. Yeah, and then literally everybody was spread out though. But that was a really crazy tour. I remember that was the year that no bands got paid to play. Like there's a big lawsuit. That's why Soundwave's no more. So I did my first and last Soundwave with them. So
oh man.
Yeah, there's like if you Google it, there's a whole thing online about how just Google Soundwave 2015 no bands get paid, and it'll show you like
Firefest, but
yeah, kind of. But I mean, the shows actually happened, but then like none of them got paid. So I'm sure they got paid like their deposits or whatever, but then afterwards they didn't get anything. But it'll show you like it's kind of wild. It shows you like I don't know if it's like true, but it'll show you like what each band was like worth at the time. It'll say like Slipknot supposed to get paid like $1 million, and like it just shows you how much everybody was supposed to get paid for the festival, which is kind of weird. But yeah. So, but it was a time, you know. I met some great people down there. I met the Aquabats on that tour. We were playing right before them on Soundwave, and before we played was this band Icon for Hire. It all kind of just go, yeah. So
very nice.
I filled in for them on a few tours as well, and so oh, here's a question: do you guys plan on going to Hell Omega? I am not going to Hell Omega, unfortunately.
I know it's coming here next week.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be flying that day.
Mm-hmm. Wait, where are you gonna be?
I'm gonna be in Utah.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna go visit Chris. So me, Shane, and our old guitar player London. Hopefully Kiki too. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah.
The Hell Omega tour comes to Los Angeles September 3rd. So I have my own show at the Roxy. You probably won't be around, will you? September 3rd?
Oh, September 3rd. Oh, I'll be here in September.
Yeah, I'm filling in for this band called the Juliana Theory, if anybody knows them.
Oh, yeah.
I'm really excited to do that because I grew up loving them as a kid as well. So I'm playing with them whenever I'm not busy with my own band. So.
Hell yeah. Yeah, it brings me back to me and my brother watching the Disney movie Motocross. Because that's how I know them, and I told Brett that. I was like, yeah, like from that dirt bike movie, like we're at the top of the world.
Yeah.
Great times. But anyway, let's get back to your VJ stream, and I know we get sidetracked with a bunch of stuff, but the next pick you chose was Nirvana, another classic band. You're choosing a lot of classics today.
Right.
This is like hell yeah. Another great pick, Ryan. And this actually leads us to the next one because you chose Foo Fighters for the next one. So this is I'll Stick Around by Foo Fighters. I know they're one of your favorite bands too.
Oh, for sure. It's just, it's in Southern California.
Very cool. I mean, yeah, you've had a lot of cool different experiences over there just for the routes that music will take you, it's pretty awesome. So
it is.
I love that's why I figured, this is fun to hear your backstories behind all of these, even just stuff you grew up on, because it's like, oh, well, Foo Fighters, I got to do this, and blah, 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 So this next pick, even, I know your story with this one. This is MXPX, which you grew up listening to, but you also got to play with them, which is pretty dope. As well as my old drummer, Chris. You and Chris have a very, parallel lives. You got to experience what that was like on the opposite spectrum.
I did. Yep.
Hell yeah. Well, that was MXPX with Chick Magnet. Very cool. We got a good handful of picks left that we can show off today. The next one is Real Big Fish, who is another one that I know because I went to the LA show. God, what was it, already 2 years ago?
Yeah, 2 years.
Oh my God. But you got to do a song with them, which is and TM them, right?
But I'm just trying to be really cautious, so I'm just kind of...
Yeah, definitely don't want to get COVID now right before you go and play for the first time in a long time, and it's a huge show, Reading and Leeds. I'm excited for your IDK.
Thanks. Yeah, we're playing right in the middle of the day, and if I don't go, then I will be very, very, very upset.
Yeah. So just stay safe. Don't take your chances.
Yep.
But awesome. So that was Real Big Fish with Sell Out. We have got time for at least 2 to 3 more, I'd say. Let's see. That takes us to Ryan's next pick, Rage Against the Machine, Bulls on Parade.
Wait, you'll never guess how I found out in Tom Morello. And we shared pizza at the at the Rainbow, and then we all went to the Key Club next door, and we saw Paramore play. This is before Paramore anybody knew them or anything. Huh. And Tom Morello not whispered, but he said to us, he was like, she's gonna be a star someday, man. She's gonna be like the next Pat Benatar. I'll never forget him saying that. I was watching her, like, okay, and then boom, Paramore was just huge. So
hell yeah. I never got to go to the Key Club. That was the one venue I just never got to go to, and now it's some club.
Yeah, One Oak. Yep, some hip hop thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a really fun time though, the Key Club. I mean, I hated playing there, but I loved going to shows there. So I got to play there a couple times. But that Key Club was also the place I got discovered by I Am Ghost. I was playing a show with my old band, this band Kiev. And I remember the bass player from Kiev used to play bass for Ashley Simpson. So Ashley Simpson was at the show, and so was I Am Ghost. And then after that, I was just talking to I Am Ghost, and then, lo and behold, the next time I'd see them again, I'd be trying out for their band, and,
Yep. One thing always leads to another. Everyone's connected somehow. It's just the music industry is really not that big when you think about it. But all right, this next pick you've got. Yeah. Thank you for coming on and sharing all these awesome.
Pretty much out of time. It's nuts.
I know. You're like, okay, bye.
All right, I gotta go over here now. See you.
Oh man, Social Climber League is asking what song they should start with for Bad Flower. First them, and then also your own band. Let's plug IDK as well.
What are you doing? I can't see.
What?
You said you're gonna plug my band?
Social Climber League here is asking, still haven't listened to them yet. What song should I start with for Bad Flower?
Yeah, what song? You pick.
What song you think?
I was gonna say
Promise Me.
Or Promise Me. Yeah, that's like their later
Great
stuff.
one.
Like to the very beginning. Start with Soap and then
Jester.
Do like Heroin. That's a great song too. But
Their new stuff is great too, and no, I was trying to say that, yeah, we should also plug your band while you're here. IDK How.
That's
I
why
don't
I'm
know
here.
how, but they found me for, the full length. What if someone here has not, I've played you guys several times on my, oops, my bad, I totally switched the screen. I've played you guys on my BJ stream several times, but if, say, someone does not know your band, what would be a great song for them to start with?
For Bad Flower, probably Soap. That's what I'd say.
No, for you.
Oh, for my band. Oh, sorry. Okay, my band probably. I'd probably start out with Choke or Modern Day Kane. Modern Day Kane was the first song we ever released. So you can just start chronologically. That's what's cool about like Apple Music or Spotify. You can just like go from the bottom up, for releases. But yeah, follow along if you feel like it.
Hell yeah. And catch you guys playing, you mentioned, writing in Leeds and a small UK run, which is coming up pretty quickly. When is this?
We're going to play in Glasgow on the 26th of August, so in a couple weeks. If I'm able to get in and not test positive or Dallin or anybody. And then
Knock on wood.
Knocking on wood for that. And then we're going to be playing Reading on the 28th of August. The 29th is in Leeds, and then the 31st is in London.
Hell yeah!
There's still some tickets left. It's looking like they're going to sell out. So, go to idkhow.com and learn more. That's it.
Jack the Giraffe here is going to the Glasgow show.
All right, sweet.
Yay!
Maybe I'll see you if if we get to go. We're all kind of living a day at a time in this thing. So, but as far as I know, we're doing it.
Awesome. Well, I'm excited for you guys, and thank you again for coming on today. Let's see if I'm actually able to raid somebody today. I think I am.
All right.
Let's see, who should we raid here? Maybe Chainbrain? Do you have a metal song that you would like to recommend? Because he always asks. I'll let you choose.
Me?
A metal song. Yeah, he plays on Twitch. He plays guitar.
Man,
he's awesome.
You can play. I'm trying to. There's this one Pantera song.
Walk. Domination. What do you want?
Play anything by Pantera. I don't care.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you on Friday. And check out Ryan and his band IDK How. All right, guys. Bye.
All right, bye.